What does it mean to be truly intelligent? Is it simply about knowing more facts, solving more problems, or mastering new skills? Or is intelligence something deeper, something tied to how we live our lives, how we understand ourselves, and how we relate to the world around us? In this video, we're going to dive into 10 powerful techniques to increase your intelligence, not just in terms of acquiring knowledge, but in cultivating wisdom, self-discipline, and inner clarity. By the end of this video, you will not only gain practical tips to sharpen your mind, but also a deeper understanding of how to apply Stoic philosophy to enhance your emotional and mental growth. Imagine yourself not just as a collector of information, but as a craftsman, shaping your mind to become more resilient, more focused, and more in tune with what truly matters. These techniques are grounded in Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to approach life with reason, clarity, and virtue. Each of the methods you'll learn today will help you not only to think better, but to live better. Stay with us until the end, because what you'll receive is more than just a list of tips. It's a roadmap to personal transformation. Let's embark on this journey of wisdom together. 1. Self-knowledge and reflection, the foundation of true intelligence. How often do we stop to truly examine ourselves, our thoughts, our habits, our desires? Without this self-examination, how can we hope to grow, to become more intelligent, more virtuous? Self-knowledge is the foundation upon which all other forms of intelligence are built. According to Stoicism, knowing oneself is one of the highest pursuits. The philosopher Socrates famously said, "Know thyself," and this teaching is echoed throughout Stoic thought. To improve our intelligence, we must first look inward. How can we expect to master new ideas or solve complex problems if we don't first understand the workings of our own minds? Start with daily reflection. Each evening ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What thoughts and actions led me to my successes, and what led to my failures? This practice is not about self-criticism, it is about self-awareness. When we understand our patterns of thought, we gain the power to change them. We begin to see how certain habits hold us back from realizing our potential. The Stoics believed that self-knowledge was essential for achieving emotional mastery. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reflected on his own thoughts and actions in his journal, which later became the famous Meditations. In doing so, he gained clarity about what was within his control and what was not, a key teaching of Stoicism. By identifying what is in our control, we can focus our energy on those things rather than being distracted by the external forces that we cannot change. Consider keeping a journal, as Marcus Aurelius did. In it, write down your thoughts at the end of each day. What emotions did you feel? What events triggered those emotions? Did you react according to reason, or were you led astray by impulse? Over time, this practice will help you develop the kind of self-awareness that allows you to make better decisions, to focus on what matters, and to live a life aligned with virtue and reason. By knowing yourself better, you create the foundation for all other forms of learning. You become more open to new ideas, more capable of critical thinking, and more grounded in your pursuit of wisdom. As we move forward, consider this question: what stands in the way of your own self-knowledge, and how can you overcome it? Now, let's explore how physical activity plays a crucial role in enhancing our intelligence. 2. Physical exercise, strengthening the body to sharpen the mind. Have you ever considered the connection between physical health and mental clarity? Stoicism teaches us that the mind and body are intertwined. A disciplined mind cannot reside in a neglected body, and the opposite is also true. Our physical well-being plays a crucial role in our ability to think clearly and make sound decisions. Why is physical exercise important for intelligence? When we engage in regular physical activity, We increase the flow of blood to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that enhance cognitive function. Studies have shown that exercise not only improves memory and learning, but also helps protect the brain from age-related decline. This means that staying physically active is a long-term investment in your mental acuity. The Stoics understood the value of a balanced life. They believed that discipline in one area of life often translates into discipline in others. Physical exercise is a practice of self-discipline that also teaches us patience, endurance, and resilience, all traits that are essential for intellectual growth. When we push our bodies through discomfort, we learn to push our minds as well. What kind of exercise should you engage in? Stoicism does not demand perfection, but encourages us to do what we can with what we have. You don't need to run a marathon or lift heavy weights to benefit from physical activity. Simple, consistent actions can make a difference. Walking, jogging, yoga, or even a few minutes of stretching each day can help keep your body and mind in harmony. As you engage in physical exercise, reflect on the idea that your body is a vessel for your mind. How you treat it directly impacts how well you can think, reason, and learn. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself often that life is fleeting and that we must take care of ourselves to use our time well. Are you doing enough to ensure that your body supports the clarity and focus of your mind? As we move on to the next technique, think about this. How can you incorporate more physical activity into your daily routine to support your mental growth? Let's now explore how social interaction plays an essential role in increasing our intelligence. 3. Socialization, expanding the mind through interaction. When was the last time you had a deep, meaningful conversation? Do you seek out discussions that challenge your thinking and broaden your perspective? Stoicism encourages us to interact with the world thoughtfully, and engaging with others is a vital part of that process. Socialization is more than just idle chatter. It is an opportunity to sharpen our intellect and grow in understanding. Intelligent conversations force us to reflect, to question, and to learn. They expose us to new ideas, challenge our assumptions, and stimulate critical thinking. In a sense, when we engage with others, we are testing our own beliefs and refining our wisdom. Have you ever noticed how talking through a problem with someone else can often lead to insights you hadn't considered before? The Stoics were deeply aware of the value of interacting with others. In fact, one of the core tenets of Stoicism is recognizing our interconnectedness with humanity. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on how humans are social creatures by nature, and that by engaging with others, we fulfill part of our purpose. Through discussion, we not only improve our intelligence, but also enhance our ability to empathize and understand different perspectives. But it's not just any interaction that promotes intellectual growth. Mindful socialization, where we actively listen, ask questions, and remain open to different viewpoints, is key. Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to think deeper? Are your conversations fostering growth or just passing time? Consider joining a discussion group or a book club where you can engage with people who share your interest in learning. Surrounding yourself with curious, thoughtful individuals can act as a catalyst for your intellectual development. As you converse, practice humility, an essential Stoic virtue. Remember that every person you meet has something to teach you, and that intelligence is not about always being right, but about always seeking to understand. Now that we've explored the role of social interaction in intelligence, I encourage you to reflect on this. How can you actively seek out conversations and relationships that expand your mind? And as we move forward, make sure to stay with us for the next 7 techniques. You won't want to miss the ways they can transform your understanding of intelligence. 4. Meditation, cultivating mental clarity. Can you recall the last time you sat in complete stillness, free from distraction? In a world full of noise and constant stimulation, it can be difficult to quiet the mind. Yet for centuries, Stoicism has taught the importance of cultivating inner stillness through practices like meditation. Meditation is not about escaping the world, but about training the mind to focus, think clearly, and approach problems with reason and calm. One of the greatest benefits of meditation is that it helps us develop mental clarity. When we take time each day to sit in silence, we can observe our thoughts, calm our racing minds, and gain a better perspective on the challenges we face. For the Stoics, this kind of inner peace was essential for making wise decisions and for living in accordance with nature. Have you ever noticed how much more clearly you can think when your mind is calm? The practice of meditation allows us to step back from the emotions and distractions that often cloud our judgment. It enables us to see things as they truly are, without the distortions of anger, fear, or anxiety. This is what Stoicism refers to as living according to reason. But how do we begin meditating if we've never tried it before? Start small. Set aside just 10 minutes each morning to sit in a quiet space and focus on your breathing. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to the breath. Over time, you'll find that your ability to concentrate and remain calm in stressful situations will improve. As you develop your meditation practice, reflect on this. How much of your day is spent reacting to external events rather than choosing how to respond with clarity and reason? The next technique we will explore builds on this concept of cultivating inner peace by emphasizing the importance of quality sleep. 5. Quality sleep. Restoring the mind for optimal performance. When was the last time you woke up feeling truly refreshed, with a clear mind ready to tackle the day? Sleep is often undervalued in today's fast-paced world, yet it is crucial for both our physical and mental well-being. Stoicism teaches that we must care for our bodies to live a virtuous life, and part of that care is ensuring we get enough rest. During sleep, our brain processes the information we've taken in during the day, consolidating memories and clearing out toxins that build up during waking hours. In a very real sense, sleep restores our brain's capacity to learn, think, and make sound judgments. Neglecting sleep, on the other hand, can lead to cognitive decline, poor decision-making, and emotional instability. The Stoics were well aware of the importance of moderation in all things, including sleep. They emphasized the need for balance, avoiding both excessive indulgence and extreme deprivation. Are you treating sleep as a vital part of your mental routine, or are you sacrificing it in pursuit of short-term gains? If you struggle with sleep, consider developing a routine that signals to your body that it's time to wind down. Avoid screens in the hour before bed. Create a calming environment in your bedroom, and aim for consistency in your sleep schedule. These small changes can have a profound impact on your mental clarity and overall intelligence. Remember, intelligence is not just about working harder, but about working smarter. By ensuring that your mind is well rested, you prepare it to function at its highest potential. As we transition to the next technique, I encourage you to reflect on this. How can you improve your sleep habits to support your intellectual growth? And now, before we move on, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. How do you currently manage your sleep routine? Have you found any strategies that help you wake up feeling more focused and refreshed? Let's discuss. 6. Regular reading, expanding your mind through the written word. When was the last time you read a book that truly challenged your perspective? For the Stoics, reading was not just about collecting information, it was about seeking wisdom, engaging with the ideas of great thinkers, and using those ideas to live a virtuous life. Stoicism teaches us that learning is a lifelong pursuit, and one of the best ways to continuously expand our minds is through regular reading. Reading opens the door to new worlds, new ideas, and new ways of thinking. It exposes us to perspectives we may not have considered, and it deepens our understanding of the human experience. But reading, in the Stoic sense, is not passive. It is an active engagement with the material, where we question, reflect, and apply what we learn to our lives. Consider how Marcus Aurelius would read the works of Epictetus, Seneca, and other philosophers, not just for entertainment, but for guidance on how to live a better life. He didn't just absorb the words, he reflected on them deeply and used them to inform his own thoughts and actions. Similarly, we can approach our reading with intention. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this book that will help me grow in wisdom? How can I apply these lessons to my own life? To make reading a regular habit, set aside time each day, perhaps 30 minutes before bed or during a quiet part of your morning. Choose books that challenge your mind, whether they are works of philosophy, history, fiction, or science. Fiction, in particular, can help you develop empathy by allowing you to step into the shoes of different characters and experience their struggles and triumphs. As you read, take notes, ask questions, and revisit passages that resonate with you. Reflect on how the ideas in the book align with the principles of Stoicism, especially the teachings on self-control, virtue, and reason. By approaching reading with this mindset, you will not only increase your intelligence but also cultivate the wisdom needed to live a more meaningful life. As we move on to the next technique, consider this. How can you incorporate more reading into your daily routine? And how can you ensure that your reading leads to meaningful growth rather than mere information overload? Now, let's explore the importance of continuous learning and how it keeps our minds sharp and open to new possibilities. 7. Continuous learning, a lifelong commitment to growth. Do you view learning as something that ends after school, or do you see it as a lifelong journey? One of the central teachings of Stoicism is that we should never stop seeking knowledge. Life itself is a constant teacher, and to grow in wisdom and intelligence, we must always remain open to learning new things. Continuous learning doesn't just mean formal education. It means embracing every opportunity to expand your knowledge and understanding of the world. This can take the form of reading, attending workshops, taking online courses, or even learning from your daily experiences. The key is to stay curious and never become complacent with what you already know. The Stoics believed that true wisdom comes from a deep understanding of the world and our place within it. This requires us to constantly question, reflect, and seek out new perspectives. Marcus Aurelius, even as an emperor, never stopped learning. He viewed each day as an opportunity to gain new insights and improve himself, both intellectually and morally. What areas of your life could benefit from continuous learning? Perhaps there are skills you've always wanted to develop, or topics you've been curious about but never had the time to explore. Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or diving into a subject like philosophy or science, the pursuit of knowledge keeps your mind sharp and flexible. One practical way to commit to continuous learning is to enroll in an online course or attend a workshop on a subject that intrigues you. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or even local community centers offer a wide range of topics to explore. Remember, intelligence isn't just about what you already know. It's about your ability to adapt, grow, and stay open to new ideas. As we move forward, ask yourself, what steps can you take today to ensure that learning becomes a lifelong habit? Our next technique will focus on how challenging your brain with puzzles and mental games can boost your cognitive abilities. 8. Puzzle solving and mental games, training your brain for critical thinking. When was the last time you engaged in a challenging mental activity, something that required deep focus and problem-solving skills? Just as our bodies need regular exercise to stay fit, so too does our mind need regular challenges to stay sharp. In Stoicism, mental discipline is key. And one way to cultivate that discipline is through puzzle solving and mental games. Puzzles and games like chess, Sudoku, or crossword puzzles engage our brains in unique ways. They require us to think critically, consider different solutions, and remain focused on the task at hand. These mental exercises not only improve cognitive function, but also train us to approach real-life problems with clarity and reason. The Stoics valued logic and reason as essential tools for navigating the world. Engaging in mental challenges strengthens our ability to reason clearly, which in turn helps us make better decisions. When we solve puzzles, we are not just entertaining ourselves, we are training our brains to think more strategically and to stay flexible in the face of complex problems. But the value of puzzles extends beyond intellectual growth. They also teach us patience and perseverance, both of which are central to Stoicism. How often do we encounter obstacles in life that seem insurmountable? The same is true for challenging puzzles. At first, they may seem impossible to solve, but with persistence and a methodical approach, we eventually find the solution. Consider incorporating puzzles and mental games into your daily routine. Start with something simple, like a daily crossword puzzle or a game of chess, and gradually increase the complexity as your skills improve. Not only will you enhance your intelligence, but you will also develop the resilience and focus needed to tackle life's challenges. As we transition to the next technique, think about this. What mental challenges can you introduce into your routine to sharpen your critical thinking skills? Now, let's turn our attention to the role of healthy nutrition in supporting both our physical and mental well-being. 9. Healthy nutrition. Feeding the brain for optimal function. Have you ever considered how the food you eat impacts not just your body, but your mind? Stoicism teaches that we should care for our bodies as temples of the mind. What we consume directly affects our cognitive function, and maintaining a balanced diet is essential for enhancing our intelligence and overall mental clarity. The brain, like any other organ, requires proper nutrition to function at its best. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins are known to promote brain health, improve memory, and protect against cognitive decline. By making conscious choices about what we eat, we can fuel our minds and support our intellectual growth. The Stoics valued moderation and discipline in all things, including food. They believed that indulgence in unhealthy habits, including poor eating, could cloud the mind and weaken the body. Are you mindful of the foods you eat? And are you making choices that nourish both your body and mind? To improve your brain health, consider incorporating foods like salmon, walnuts, and leafy greens into your diet. These foods are rich in nutrients that support cognitive function and mental clarity. Additionally, staying hydrated is essential for keeping the brain functioning at its highest capacity. As we move forward, reflect on this. How can you make small but meaningful changes to your diet that will enhance your mental and physical well-being? Our final technique focuses on self-reflection and how this Stoic practice can be a powerful tool for continuous learning and personal growth. 10. Self-reflection, the Stoic practice of continuous learning. How often do you take the time to look inward and assess your thoughts, actions, and decisions? Stoicism places immense value on self-reflection as a tool for personal growth and continuous learning. Intelligence is not simply about absorbing external knowledge, but also about understanding ourselves deeply. Through reflection, we gain clarity on our strengths and weaknesses, identify areas for improvement, and refine our ability to live according to reason and virtue. Self-reflection was a daily practice for the Stoics, particularly for figures like Marcus Aurelius, who used his famous meditations as a way to examine his thoughts and behaviors. He would ask himself, have I lived up to my values today? What have I done well, and where have I fallen short? These reflections helped him maintain a clear sense of purpose and guided his actions as a philosopher and leader. You can integrate this practice into your life by setting aside time each day to reflect on your own experiences. Keep a journal where you write about your decisions, interactions, and the emotions you felt throughout the day. Ask yourself questions like, did I act according to reason? How did I handle challenges? What could I have done better? By doing so, you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and cultivate the wisdom needed to navigate life's complexities. Reflection is not just about self-criticism. It's about learning from your experiences and using that knowledge to grow. The Stoics believed that wisdom comes from a deep understanding of both the external world and our internal responses to it. By practicing self-reflection regularly, you will become more in tune with your thoughts and actions, which will lead to more intelligent decision-making and a greater sense of peace. As we conclude the exploration of these techniques, I invite you to reflect on this final question. How can you incorporate self-reflection into your daily routine, and how will it help you grow intellectually and emotionally? As we come to the end of this journey, we've explored 10 powerful techniques that can help you increase your intelligence, not only in the conventional sense, but also in the deeper, more meaningful context that Stoicism teaches. We've covered everything from self-reflection and regular reading to physical exercise and healthy nutrition. Each of these practices is a stepping stone on the path to greater wisdom and self-mastery. Remember, intelligence is not just about acquiring information or solving problems. True intelligence, as the Stoics understood it, is about understanding ourselves, cultivating virtue, and living in harmony with the natural world. It is about continuous learning and growth, both intellectually and emotionally. If you've made it this far, I encourage you to take these techniques to heart and begin applying them to your life today. Intelligence is not a fixed trait. It is something that can be nurtured and developed through practice, discipline, and reflection. Whether it's setting aside time for meditation, picking up a challenging new book, or simply taking a walk to clear your mind, every small step counts toward your intellectual and personal growth. I also invite you to share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. What techniques resonated with you the most? How do you plan to implement them in your life? Your insights may inspire others on their journey toward wisdom and intelligence. And finally, if you found this content valuable, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who are also seeking to enhance their minds and live a life grounded in wisdom. Let's build a community of thoughtful, curious individuals who are committed to growing in both knowledge and virtue. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your journey toward greater intelligence and a life of purpose. Stay curious, stay disciplined, and remember, the path to wisdom is a lifelong pursuit.